Is murder and violence only scary when it's on Facebook?
Admitted.
New clues emerge in the Facebook killer's whereabouts. They got a ping from a cell phone, and it could reveal the whereabouts of a killer. Police in Ohio urged residents in Pennsylvania, New York, Indiana, and Michigan to be on the lookout for Steve Stevens. Never trust a guy with the same first name as last name. I'm just saying. Who may have fled Cleveland after allegedly gunning down Robert Goodwin Sr. Stevens' cell phone ping was detected about 100 miles east of Cleveland in Erie, Pennsylvania. You know, we know that he killed once, and according to him, he's killed several other times.
I just killed 13 motherfuckers, man. That's what I did. I killed 13 people.
The thing is, for some reason, I just don't feel like, I don't feel this story. I mean, it's a big story. It's all over the news. But does anybody really care? I mean, does anybody really care? People are getting involved. Rumors fill social media, case after case, information leading police down dead ends. The video of the shooting was not broadcast live, as widely reported. It was recorded, then uploaded to Facebook by Stevens. I have a question for you. What share of the people are sending social media messages or posting fake tips are just trying to get attention, to capitalize on the story? Sort of a virtue signaling of fear of a killer. I'm afraid of this killer. He's out there, and I better do something about it. I don't know. I think there's people that are sort of dead to this whole idea. Pardon the pun. They're numb to it. And maybe people have always been this way, just trying to get, in on the action. And as evidence of that, it doesn't seem like people are even concerned about the dangers where they live and how they, conduct themselves in their daily life. Check this. 28 people shot in less than 18 hours in Chicago. There was a 38-year-old man walking on the sidewalk about 3:10 a.m. when he was shot in the left arm. His condition is stable. A 23-year-old man, I'm just going to read a couple of these, was shot in the left thigh while driving. His condition is stable. A 30-year-old man was shot in the face at a party after arguing with somebody who opened fire. The man took himself to the hospital where his condition was stabilized. A 27-year-old man was driving when someone in a black SUV fired shots, striking him. The man drove himself to the hospital where he is in serious condition with gunshot wounds to the chest, back, and left arm. And it continues. A 21-year-old man was shot at a party. A man who was earlier asked to leave returned to the party, fired shots, and struck the victim multiple times in the knees. And this is the one that gets me. A 14-year-old boy was shot in the right bicep while walking at about midnight. Boy was walking on the sidewalk when men walked up to him and opened fire. That's a dangerous time. Bad things happen at midnight when you're a 14-year-old boy. But most of those stories have something in common. Being in and around people, parties, drinking, whatever, getting into fights, having arguments with people that tend to put you in a dangerous position. The best way to stop violence against your person is to avoid being in places or acting in ways that are generally associated with violence. Hey, it's Self-Defense 101. Know your surroundings. Well, of course, I learned from G.I. Joe.
And knowing is half the battle.
The other half is acting on that knowledge and avoiding the threat. See, instead of using violence as a political tool to go after guns or to silence people's speech, how about you take on the personal responsibility of self-preservation and at least attempt to avoid the danger? How many less 14-year-olds would be shot if they're at home sleeping instead of walking around at midnight?